What major hurdles or obstacles am I not aware of that are going to drastically change what I believe to be the outcome for investing with you, Ashley? A trend that I see, that's a very vague question, but a trend that I see is number one, you need to get in touch with your CPA immediately. When you're going to start buying all of these houses, you really need to see the tax implications, how you can best protect yourself, and your CPA is going to be a good starting point. And I think also one thing that I've seen with people with like this particular person who he really wants to buy like a lot of houses all at once is you got to keep your eye on your properties or hire someone to do that. Remember, my job is to consult you on the how and to getting it done. Your property management company is going to manage the property, but they are not perfect. They make mistakes, okay? You need to keep your eyes on your property, or you can hire someone, maybe a project manager or an executive assistant or something, somebody who's going to be keeping their eyes on your property. That property management company also needs to be managed, in my opinion. So those are some obstacles. There's many, many more, but if I were going to say the two main ones that's going to save you money over time is going to be your CPA and making sure you're keeping your eyes on your properties, regardless of if you have a property management company or not. Now he's asking about my buyout fee. Like for instance, so I have two services that I offer when you partner with me. The first most popular service is people like to partner with me 50-50. So that means they bring the down payment and the closing costs, and then I take all of the risk in terms of getting the loan in my name. I do all of the rehab. I do all of the certifications, Section 8 inspections. I get the tenant in there. I do all of the screening. I set up the property management. So I put in the time. I put in my expertise, my experience, my teams, and I take all of the risk. And they just give a couple dollars. I'm not gonna say it like that because sometimes some people really do give a lot more money, but you see what I'm saying basically. So he's trying to figure out it for my other service where I do it for you. So that means you do not partner with me 50-50. So you don't have to split any profits with me. You don't have to split equity with me. I just do it for you and I give a warm send off and now you own the property with everything done for you. So in that scenario, we start at a 10K buyout. And the way that we do that, I have other videos. I wonder if I can share my screen real quick. Let me just go ahead and share my screen real quick. Hold on. I think that's the best way to illustrate what I'm saying right now. Give me a sec, y'all, to share. All right. So what I mean by that buyout is, let's look at the one highlighted here in yellow, right? So on this one, we initially were going to partner together. So we will be making about $30,000 per year net income on this property. The person then decided that they wanted to buy me out. They're like, this deal is too good. I don't really want to share it with you. I would rather just buy you out of it. So in this scenario, we charged them $10,000 to buy me out, which think about it, I'm giving up. If we were partnering on this, I would be making $15,000 per year. That's almost $600,000 over the next 30 years that we own this property. So you're asking me to give up a lot of money. But anyway, they bought me out for $10,000. So usually if it's $30,000 or less yearly net profit, I'll just let you buy me out for $10,000, no problem. Anything above $30,000, when we get to like $31,000, at that point, I'm going to do a 50% buyout. You'll buy me out 50% of what I would have made for that year, and then you keep it and continue making money for the next 30 years on that property. But sometimes it's more. Like we had a 8-unit property that just had ridiculous cash flow. I mean, it was making so much money. And I almost didn't even want to do the buyout, but I do sign paperwork with you guys that you have the first right of refusal. So if you want to buy me out, I have to give you that opportunity. So I was like, man. But anyway, so in that instance, they too just went ahead and we negotiated down and they just paid me $40,000. And then they went on to make the $80,000 per year on that property. So it just really, I try to keep it standard, 50% of the first year net income. But, like when we have like some unicorn deals or things like that, when it gets upward, we're talking about, hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, then we really have to negotiate it. But you guys always get the first right of refusal. But I hope this illustrates to you, look, I love y'all. I love partnering, but I don't even give my own mom $30,000 a year for free. Why on earth would I put this whole deal together and just give it to you when I can just keep it for myself? That makes and you don't pay me anything. That makes no sense. Why would anybody do that? I wouldn't ever dream of doing that. So, and if you were to ask me to do that, I'm going to question your ethics. So anyway, I digress. I hope that helped to highlight what I was trying to answer in terms of what the buyout looks like. Now, once we start doing a whole bunch of properties together, really not even a whole bunch, I believe I've seen that once we get to like property number 4 or 5, you don't really need me to be as hands-on because you already now you know the processes, you have the resources, you've gone through it with me several times already. You already know what it looks like. So you don't really need me to put the whole deal together for you. So at that point, if you still want to work with me, I only charge 2% of the purchase price. So if the purchase price is $100,000, you just pay me $2,000. And that's really just because you'll be probably, I mean, the processes are the same, but there are some unforeseen things that pop up. I mean, it is what it is. They're houses. We can't predict what they will or will not do. And in that case, I'll just come on and consult you and walk you through it or give you the right resources for it. But at that point, you really don't even need me, once I've taught you this and we've gone through it so many times. So, but I do have some partners that are like, Ashley, I don't want to learn it. I don't have time. Like, one of my favorite partners, he's a doctor and he owns several practices. He doesn't have time to come and learn what I'm doing over here in real estate when he has millions and millions of dollars, in his own practices. So for him, he has no problem just buying me out. If it's a great deal, he'll buy. Matter of fact, I don't even talk to him. I talk mostly to his manager, his assistant. And they have no problem buying me out because they don't want to learn this. They don't want to do this. They love the money that I'm making for them. They're like, girl, just take the check and keep our deals coming. I have no problem with that. But anyway, I was just trying to answer that question real quick. So those are all of the questions that that person had. I'll try to do at least one more frequently asked question video and upload that quickly because I get so many of them and I want to make sure that they're not repetitive. I'd love to work with you. I'd love to partner with you. If you're liking what you're seeing from me, at the very least, just like and subscribe. But if you're like, I really like you and I want to work with you, then let's just hop on a call. It's a demo call where I kind of get to know your goals. I see if we're aligned. And if we are, then I just give you a quick demo of what it looks like to work with me. We go into details, any questions that you may have. And as soon as you have your check ready for the down payment, I'm already ready to go. This is what I do. The pipeline is full. We're ready. So my information is in the description. It's calendly.com/Ashley Lorraine M.Ed. Schedule a time at your convenience to work with me or to meet with me. Very informal at the first meeting. But I'd love to work with you if you want to work with me. All right. So like and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss anything that I have going on here. And happy investing.